My name is Faith, and I have some stories to tell. I'm a boxer bulldog mix. My mom and dad met me while I was being cared for at the Best Friends Animal Society in Utah and decided they wanted to adopt me. Now, I live in Muncie, Indiana, with Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary founders Pamela and Mike. In fact, I'm the ambassador for Grateful Rescue. It's a pretty sweet life. Sometimes I help my dad at the office, while other times I just demand attention from my mom. Tonight, we want you to gather around and listen to fun, interesting stories. We call it Faith's Book Nook. Each week, we pick a local celebrity or special person in the community to read a children's book that has an animal theme. We live stream it here each week. To be honest, I'm not sure what a live stream means. Anyways, make sure you're in your comfy chair because we're about to listen to a great story together at Faith's Book Nook.
Hi, I'm Julie McLaughlin with Indiana Skunk Rescue with Princess Diana, and I will be reading A Pet for Petunia. A Pet for Petunia. Petunia likes skunks. No, that's not exactly right. Petunia loves skunks. They have cute little noses, they have big black eyes, they're black and white, and they have stripes. Petunia tells anyone who will listen just how perfectly awesome skunks are. Petunia wants a real pet skunk. Please, 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 may I have a pet skunk? Please, she begs her parents. But, begin her parents. But Petunia isn't listening. I'll feed my skunk every day, I promise, really, says Petunia. I'll take her for walks. I'll read stories to Skunky and draw her pictures. You'll see, says Petunia. Petunia assures her parents she will clean the skunk's litter box too. Every week, day, hour, whatever, promise. Please, 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 may I have a pet skunk, please? What? Why not? They stink, say her parents. Stink? How can you say that? They don't stink, they're cute. Of all this is so not fair. If I tell you what stinks, this stinks. You just don't love me, that's what it is. They do not stink. Stink my foot. You want to see stink? I'll show you stink. You don't know how much I love skunks. I need a skunk. I'll die if I don't have a pet skunk. You said no when I wanted a python too. I bet Katie's parents would let her have a skunk. Why did I have to get born into this family? I bet skunks smell great. Well, I'm not giving up. A girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. With such disappointing lunkheads for parents, naturally Petunia must leave home. I'll live in the woods, thinks Petunia. I'll get eaten by a bear. Then they'll let me have my pet skunk. Petunia follows a path to some trees, and there, on the path, is a skunk. Black and white, cute little nose, big black eyes, stripes. Petunia stares at the skunk stares at Petunia. Petunia gives a joyful gasp, and with that gasp, Petunia smells the worst smell she has ever smelled in her whole entire life. It is not a small smell. It's not even a big smell. It is a stink. An awful stink, a horrible stink, a humongous stink. Tears flood Petunia's eyes. A lump bulges in her throat. Petunia turns, she runs back home, runs to her room, onto her bed. It is a while before Petunia can speak. Skunks are so awesome, she whoops. Petunia giggles and adds, awesomely stinky. Then, gazing at big black eyes, a cute little nose, and stripes, Petunia decides she already has a perfectly awesome pet. Until she sees that absolutely, totally major sweet porcupine. The end. Princess Diana and I thank you for joining us tonight for a book nook, and thank you, Grateful Rescue.
That was adorable.
Isn't that cute?
Hello, Pamela. I'm so excited because you have a skunk with you right now, don't you?
I do. I'm going to pull her out right now.
We want to welcome everybody who is watching. Thanks for joining us for Book Nook tonight. We're actually going to be asking Julie some of the questions that we're certain you want to know about having a pet skunk. But we have a very special guest spending time with Pamela. This is Lily, right?
This is Lily. She is, let me get her turned there. Oh, she's so precious.
Oh.
She eats blueberries and salad. Her mom packed a cute little overnight bag. And she has she eats like a human. She eats blueberries and little pieces of egg and lettuce, and she is so sweet.
How are her little paws? Like, what does that feel like?
Oh my goodness. They can dig. Look at these things. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty long. But she's good with them. She's not scratching or being defensive with it. She's
Everybody is very excited in the chat to see Lily. She's definitely the star tonight. Wow. So how long is she staying the night with you?
She is. She's just spending the night. I wanted to have, it's always been a dream of mine. I always loved the skunks. I was like Petunia. I wanted a skunk. Oh, she's so good. I just thought they were so cute. And my mother said the same thing about their stink and stuff. But you can get their scent gland removed. There's all kinds of really cool little things about these guys.
Well, every single one that I've ever seen just kind of loves, just lets you hold them, and they sit on your lap. It's like if you want a lap pet, you should consider a skunk, right?
Yes, that's all they want to do. As Julie said, they were you saw they were cuddling on her, giving her little kisses, and so they really are cute, and they're low maintenance. I mean, all they do is they just want to walk around. Once they get mature, they don't play a lot with toys and stuff like that. They just like to be with you. They're a very cool people
pet. I knew exactly what you were trying to say. Well, we did submit some questions to Julie, just the most popular questions that people want to know when they find out that you have a pet skunk. So Julie McLaughlin with Indiana Skunk Rescue here to answer the most popular skunk questions.
I have 5 right now. This is Princess Diana. She is my #1 ambassador that goes out with me everywhere for the rescue. Oh. And then I have Abby, and I have Lily, and Flower, and Olivia. They all are as different as night and day. Lily is no different than a dog. I've never seen anything like it. She's extremely friendly. She never meets a stranger. She loves everybody. No matter who calls her, she comes running to them. Abby only likes my husband. Olivia is teeny tiny, and she basically only likes me, which that's common. Skunks usually only bond to 1 or 2 people. And then Flower, he was my very first skunk, and he rules the house. Everybody does what Flower says. Indiana Skunk Rescue started in 2018. I am the only skunk rescue in the United States that can help both domesticated and wild skunks. I'm also an Indiana licensed wildlife rehabilitator. Last year I helped over 200 wild skunks and about 80, if I remember correctly, domesticated skunks. Without me, I don't know what the wild skunks especially would do. And last year I cried. I mean, it was really, really hard taking care of all these babies. But they're orphaned, they can't live on their own, and they have very few places to go to. And as a wildlife rehabilitator, we fill up really fast. They get them because they're tiny, they fit almost in your hand when you get them, and they're cute, and some of them will not use a litter box. Some of them, like I said, they only bond with one person. They're not really fond of the rest of the family members. Other people, they're only legal in approximately 17 states. So if you got transferred on your job and you moved to an illegal state, then you can't take the skunk with you. The number one question I get is, can they spray? And no, a domesticated skunk cannot spray. It is a federal offense to take one out of the wild. You have to purchase a pet skunk from a USDA licensed breeder. You have to register it with the DNR in Indiana, and they descent them before they sell them as pets. They eat a lot of vegetables, a very little bit of fruit, because it contains so much sugar. Like, they can only have one blueberry, a little piece of a cantaloupe, half of a strawberry. I don't feed very much fruit at all. And high quality dog food, but again, not a lot. Any dairy product, they love eggs, and they have to have taurine every day, so you can buy the powdered taurine to put on their food, and white meat. But in the wild, skunks are omnivores. They eat absolutely everything. Princess Diana and I thank you for joining us tonight for a book nook, and thank you, Grateful Rescue.
Wow.
And thank you, Julie. That was wonderful. It's really cool to see these little guys. And thank goodness for her to take care of these little things. This one was just eating her food while she's sitting. Come on here, sitting on my lap, and she was eating her food.
Oh my gosh! Now, you said that they do play.
When they're tiny, they play. When they get older, and she's really pretty big. When they get older, they get a little bit lazier, so they don't really play with things. But I do have some very interesting facts about skunks that I looked up. One is their stripes point to their weapon. All skunks have their white stripes, and they end right there at the bottom where they spray.
Oh, wow.
And right before they spray, they do a dance. They stomp on the ground, and they turn around and show their backside that they're going to spray. And
You've been warned.
yeah, you have been warned. And like she said, they're nocturnal. They're up all night, and their spray goes like 10 feet, and you can smell it down the road for like a mile and a half.
Oh my gosh.
So it's really powerful. And once they spray, they're defenseless for like 10 days. It takes 10 days for them to build up that noxious chemical.
Oh my gosh.
That they use as a weapon. And this was very interesting. The part of the chemical in their spray is called thiols. And that is something that's also found in onions and garlic.
Oh, no kidding.
And it's flammable. Their spray can be flammable.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and I have a couple more. They are illegal in 33 states, but she said that you can only get them in 17 states, and Indiana is one of them where we can have them with a permit.
Gosh, and I was thinking when she said that, if I was ever up for a job and they were like, well, you can't, take your cats to this state, I'd be like, well, then I'm not taking the job.
Right. Oh, and here's an interesting fact. They're immune to bee stings and rattlesnake venom. They attack beehives and wasp nests, and they could get stung all day long, and it doesn't bother them a bit. And they eat snakes. They're resistant to their venom. Isn't that
my goodness. Yes. Yes. I have to tell my kind of nerdy girls co-host that. She's got a really bad wasp problem right now. They're like, well, just get a skunk.
They're to get a skunk, and they like mice too. I know that they like to eat the mice. But I've been having a wonderful time with little Lily. She's just precious. Whoops, there's my notes. So anyway, their lifespan's about 7 years old, and I think she told me that Lily's about 4, so she's a little about middle-aged. So they're good. I love them.
How fun that you get to have this little overnight with the skunk.
What a privilege, right?
Yes. Yes. And I see already Erica just said in the comments that now she needs a skunk. Well, it does sound like, if you do, that you've been educated now on all the things that go into having one. So if you're interested in adopting a skunk, you can reach out to Indiana Skunk Rescue.
That's right. I appreciate Julie so much for doing this.
For sure. Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for watching tonight. We want to remind you, we've got a Grateful Bingo coming up again. That will be on April 11th. We do it second Sunday of every month, and it's so much fun. You could actually get registered right now, gratefulbingo.com. Pamela will be picking out the gifts. I saw on Friday night, one of the girls in my kind of nerdy network group, she got her cat rescue picture. Yeah, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. So it's free to play, and you win fun prizes, and and it's a chance to get to know more of the Pets with Grateful Rescue, which Pamela, keeping up with you on Facebook this week, the senior to senior program, we've got some pretty happy senior pets in forever homes. Do you want to talk about some of the pets you've been helping?
Absolutely. Yes, we just placed a couple Shih Tzus that were 13 and 14 years old with the senior, and our senior to senior program is she's getting in her cage. She's done. And she slammed the door. The senior program. Oftentimes seniors get turned down for pets because when they try to adopt, because of their age. I think the shelters worry that they won't be able to take care of them or die before the pets do, or something like that. But that's when they need them the most. So we just, and likewise with senior animals, people will refuse them and overlook them because they're older. And so, these two are up for adoption right now. This is Buffy and Susie. Buffy is a Dandy Dinmont and a Yorkshire Terrier mix, and Susie is a real little Jack Russell. And a few people have commented they think there's some beagle in her. She's definitely got a house. They're cute as can be and lovable, and they're still available. So if anybody would be interested in Susie and Buffy, please let us know.
And they are bonded?
They are bonded. They came together. Their owner also passed away in January. She's ready to tackle that big bone. So their owner passed away in January, and they were at the vet being boarded since October.
So, oh my goodness!
So they've been shut up for quite a while, and now they run free, and they're just happy little squirts, and they're low maintenance. They're just lap dogs. Oh my gosh. I feel sad because we have a big brood of dogs. We've got about 9 littles running around that are mine. And they're always welcoming newcomers. They're like, oh, she's got another one. And so everybody plays like they're in a big play group. But these two, especially the Jack Russell, they just want to be out of the big group, and they want a human to pay attention to just them, not them as well as a whole bunch of others.
Sure.
So
That's been a lot of change for them. I think that, it breaks my heart a little bit for those senior pets when their owners pass away, because they're grieving, and then they're, in a shelter, which is stressful, or boarded, or like their lives just get turned upside down and they don't know why. We found that when we adopted Jaina, our senior cat. She's been with us 2.5 years now, and she was at least 10 when we got her, and it was like, she's 10 years living with an old man, and then all of a sudden in a shelter. And so I think our senior to senior pet program here with Grateful is very near and dear to my heart. And you certainly don't have to be a senior to know the love of a senior pet.
Oh, absolutely. We'll adopt 2 other people too. You can have a senior. They need you so bad.
And you know what? What's really shocking about it is that the first time we adopted a senior pet, we knew, and we have heard from other people, like, well, I want to get them while they're young so we can feel bonded. And I will tell you, like, Jaina feels like she's been in our lives her entire life. Like, you connect with them, and then you don't think about the fact that they've only, been with you. Like, they have this whole other life before you. It's just, they just become part of you.
They adjust pretty well, but it is so sad right at first. I mean, those Shih Tzus, it was a short illness, so it happened very fast, and all of a sudden, and they were 13, 14. She had gotten them when they were babies, and all of a sudden, Mama's gone. What do they do? And then so they were feeling pretty lost, and I was really proud to get one of our senior to senior programs to get a lady that wanted to adopt them right away. And she knows that they may live a year, they may live 5 years, but they're close to the end of their journey, and she's happy with what the time she has with them, and she's just going to pamper them until then. So
that is so special. Yeah. And we had a senior cat get adopted. Did I see that on Facebook? You helped?
Oh, yes. I think that was one of our senior cats with the Post Your Pet program, where if we don't have the space to take in an animal, we'll post them, and they still take applications, and so they can get checked out, and people adopt from their homes through Grateful Rescue service called Post Your Pet. So,
is that on the website for anyone?
Yes.
If they were needing to rehome a pet for some reason?
It is. It's on our website. You go to gratefulrescue.org, and then you click the adopt button. And when you click the adopt button, you'll have a drop down, and the drop down will have the Post Your Pet in the services in the list of things. And you just enter all the different things about them, the good, the bad, the ugly, so that everybody knows exactly what they're getting, and the cutest picture that you can get of them that you upload. And people start sending in applications. We've really placed a lot of people with that service, people who don't want to take them to a shelter. And if we can't take them in, then we just assist them that way. It's a lot safer than like Craigslist, here, take this dog. People
right.
who are up to no good normally aren't going to fill out an application and go through that whole thing. And so it's just an added step of safety, and people can check them out and see that they're a good owner, call their vet and all that. So.
Well, and these are, talking about, that program and the senior to senior. I mean, Grateful Rescue is covering all of the ways that you can be involved with pets and services that are needed. Definitely go to gratefulrescue.org and check out all of the amazing services being offered. Check out the adoptable pets, maybe fill out an adoption application for Buffy and Susie.
Yes.
And again, stay up to date with us. Grateful Bingo will be back on April 11th. Gratefulbingo.com is where you can go for that. And I I know Lily is all done with us, but I don't think we're done with skunks tonight. Would you like to have the book reading one more time?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Oh, and next week we'll be having bunny rabbits to celebrate Easter.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
love it.
That'll be so fun. I can't wait. Well, we hope to see you too next Sunday night and every Sunday night here with Grateful Rescue.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Julie McLaughlin with Indiana Skunk Rescue with Princess Diana, and I will be reading A Pet for Petunia. A Pet for Petunia. Petunia likes skunks. No, that's not exactly right. Petunia loves skunks. They have cute little noses, they have big black eyes, they're black and white, and they have stripes. Petunia tells anyone who will listen just how perfectly awesome skunks are. Petunia wants a real pet skunk. Please, 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 may I have a pet skunk? Please, she begs her parents. But, begin her parents. But Petunia isn't listening. I'll feed my skunk every day, I promise, really, says Petunia. I'll take her for walks. I'll read stories to Skunky and draw her pictures. You'll see, says Petunia. Petunia assures her parents she will clean the skunk's litter box too. Every week, day, hour, whatever, promise. Please, 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 may I have a pet skunk? Please? What? Why not? They stink, say her parents. Stink? How can you say that? They don't stink, they're cute. Of all the... This is so not fair. If I tell you what stinks, this stinks. You just don't love me, that's what it is. They do not stink. Stink my foot. You want to see stink? I'll show you stink. You don't know how much I love skunks. I need a skunk. I'll die if I don't have a pet skunk. You said no when I wanted a python too. I bet Katie's parents would let her have a skunk. Why did I have to get born into this family? I bet skunks smell great. Well, I'm not giving up. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. With such disappointing lunkheads for parents, naturally Petunia must leave home. I'll live in the woods, thanks Petunia. I'll get eaten by a bear. Then they'll let me have my pet skunk. Petunia follows a path to some trees, and there, on the path, is a skunk. Black and white, cute little nose, big black eyes, stripes. Petunia stares at the skunk stares at Petunia. Petunia gives a joyful gasp, and with that gasp, Petunia smells the worst smell she has ever smelled in her whole entire life. It is not a small smell. It's not even a big smell. It is a stink. An awful stink, a horrible stink, a humongous stink. Tears flood Petunia's eyes. A lump bulges in her throat. Petunia turns, she runs back home, runs to her room, onto her bed. It is a while before Petunia can speak. Skunks are so awesome, she whoops. Petunia giggles and adds, awesomely stinky. Then, gazing at big black eyes, a cute little nose, and stripes, Petunia decides she already has a perfectly awesome pet. Until she sees that absolutely, totally major sweet porcupine. The end. Princess Diana and I thank you for joining us tonight for a book nook, and thank you, Grateful Rescue.